Good afternoon, everyone. It's Rachel here. I thought today I would start this challenge that JoAnn at Junk Journal Treasures is doing, and the challenge is by Margarete Miller. And I don't know if you know her. I've been following her on Instagram for quite a while. My sister got me onto her and her YouTube, which doesn't always put a lot up there. But I didn't know that she had a Facebook group, which I can't remember what it's called, but I'll link it in the description box. And she has a challenge on. I think it's a weekly challenge. It's already started, so I'm starting at number 1. It's called #2020. I guess C is for challenge 01. And she gives you these prompts that you need to include on in your collage page. And you know, I've been collecting up journals and I don't really journal, so I thought it could be fun to use one of the journals that I've bought to do this, and it might get me into using them somehow. So there's 5 prompts, and then there's a bonus prompt if you want to add that in. So that this for this one, I'm going to write them on these beautiful tags that Carol gave me from Caroline on Etsy, because I don't want to use them. So they're so beautiful that I'm just going to keep them. But I just so I thought I'd write my prompts on one each week, and as long as I last, I might not last the whole time. And then I'll put them in whatever project that I'm with, whatever page I've done, so I know. So something that represents time, something that blows in the wind, threads, or a piece of fabric or a piece of fabric, an animal, something out of the recycle bin, and the bonus was a postage stamp. So I thought I might use my Jessie Corley journal that I absolutely love. Well, I love the outside. The inside, there's not very much in it. I know some people were disappointed that it looks so wonderful outside, but this is all hand stitched here. That then there was nothing inside, because there's not a lot inside anyway. So yep, so I think I'll use it for this whole purpose. I thought it'd be a good thing. I don't know. No, that doesn't lift. So I'm just going to start on page 1, I think. Yeah, I think I'll just start on page 1. See, this is what she does. She just glues the pages together and then puts bits on them. And then you're supposed to get creative and do stuff on them. So that's what I think I'll do. So this is going to be 1, and I'm already feeling nervous about it because it's quite a challenge for me. I printed out a few of my now these that's a public domain painting. A lot of these are from the Graphics Fairy. I don't know if they're from the premium website or not. And then these are I bought these photographs at the last antique market in my town. Absolutely love them. So I thought I'll print those out. Look at those, and look at her in the snow. I just love those. There's a boat there that blows in the wind. And then this one here, I love that family, and this lady here, and then yeah, I thought they were really cool. And then these are the ones you've already seen those before, but I printed those up because I like to have those ready to go. I printed that one up twice. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And so okay, so out of the recycle bin, I thought we would have this, and I'm just thinking, do I want to cut it and just have this part with the window? I might even, because this book will become very bulky very quickly, I'm actually going to just use the front of it, I think, and to create a pocket. So I'm going to cut it. Actually, I might tear it. I really don't have any idea what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to give it a go. Thank you, JoAnn. I mean, JoAnn, I need to re-watch JoAnn's, because I watch them. You know, I watch videos, but I'm not paying attention because I'm working. That's my problem. It's a continual problem with me. And then I have to watch them again, which is, you know, that's fine. But I have to watch them and pay attention. That's my problem. Let's see if I can tear it. There we go. So this is out of the recycle bin. So first of all, we can create a pocket, I think, with that. I'm going to leave the jagged edge. So we've got that, and then we need, well, that's easy. We'll just grab some something lacy. I might grab a piece of fabric. Actually, I've got a favorite. Favorite fabric. Sorry, I don't want to lose that. That just fell in the rubbish. I've got a nice piece of fabric here that I like. If we wanted a splash of colour, I could put a tiny bit of that in there. Just maybe a little piece like that one. And then what else do we need? So let's just grab a few things. An animal. Well, I'm going to have the bird, I think. Where's that bird in that first sheet? I was thinking this one. This one here. And I was considering whether or not I might fussy cut it. And then I thought the boat, or she looks like she's blowing in the wind a bit. Her shawl looks like it's blowing. And she's sort of holding on to her hat. So the wind is blowing there, and you can see the wind is blowing on the water. Or otherwise the wind is blowing in the sails in the boat. That's what I thought. And then what? Something that represents time. Well, something that represents time. Well, obviously this old script represents time. I thought one of these old photos would represent time, but then I don't want her in that. I could have the boat, and then I could have something like, I don't know, maybe they're traveling. Would they travel on a boat like that? Probably not. Maybe. Who here would be traveling? Well, she looks like she's holding on to a hanky, doesn't she? She said goodbye to someone. There you go. That's a stretch of the imagination, isn't it? Maybe they're traveling. Oh, yes, maybe they are. And that kind of goes with the boat. So I might use that one. Let's just get this one out. I'm really not quite sure how am I supposed to approach this, because it's totally out of my comfort zone. I'll probably do it once a week, I hope. I should give myself a time limit, shouldn't I? Half an hour or something. That would really get me whizzing along. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'm not organised. I don't have my iPad here or anything like that to do that. But maybe I could give myself a time frame that I have to get it done in. Okay. Because it really is a stretch of the imagination for me. So I've got that. And I think I'm going to have the boat. What it is for me really hard is getting the composition for this sort of thing. That's really tough, because it's not regular collaging on a little thing. It's like on a big page, and I'm just not used to that, am I? But I'll tell you what else represents time for me is this beautiful old scripty writing. That really does too. Now that there is not working with my colour scheme, so I may cover that. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking my cord. I'm a disaster. Just usual. Just the usual mess. My cord, just mess. Oh, there's something on it, that's why. It's all tangled. I can't mess with that now. Okay, so we've got these things. I don't know. This is it's not easy. Something out of the recycle bin. Got that. Animal, got my bird. I've got to work out my composition. That's what's doing my head in. And I love this. Maybe I'll use this. I'm going to tear it. It's printed on tea-dyed paper. Well, that represents time, doesn't it? So my mind is chugging along while I'm tearing here. Thinking. I'm thinking. So, isn't that lovely? That could go on there. Well, that could go. Let's just have a play around with it and see what we like. I sort of didn't want to cover the Jessie stamp, but that's not really in with my colour scheme, I don't think. Let's put the boat there. That might work. Have them in the pocket. It's a bit boring, isn't it? It's a little bit boring. Put the boat there. Oh, what about something like that? Yes, that might work. Put that there. The boat down there. That can slide in the pocket. And I can have my bird flying somewhere, can I? I'm going to fussy cut the bird, or fussy tear the bird. What a challenge is this? You might get bored sitting here watching me trying to decide where to put things. This is not easy. Let me just grab my Scrappy Daps. I think I might like to put a little bit of this book page on the envelope. Why don't I start? Don't I always end up starting with a piece of book page, don't I? Only the super old book page, and I'm not interested in putting anything else on. I like the super old ones. And I don't know where my glue book is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Don't know. I'm full of glue books, but I can't find one. Okay, well, I'll find it in a minute. Okay, so if I were to, first of all, cover up that bit, I already like that more. So I'm going to put that there when I find a glue book. Here I thought I was, oh, there they are. Here I thought I was really organised. Oh, goodness. And I can't find things. Here's the glue books. They've actually glued together. How about that? Right, so let's put, I'm not sticking anything down because this is, I don't know if you've realised, you probably have, I'm totally out of my comfort zone. So I'm not whizzing along and attaching things to my page until I sort of work it out. I need to work it out. If I do work it out, it might be a hot mess. It just might be a hot mess, and this is why I don't do anything in journals, because I make a mess. Oh, isn't he lovely? He might be nice there too. He represents time. Oh, I like that. That's a piece of old book. We'll keep that for another time. We don't need to put everything in one, do we? We've got to remind ourselves of that. And let me see here. Do I have any? Look, I'm very low on scraps. Very low. Very low. I need to cover up that bit there. Probably need to pull out some paper from somewhere. Talk about getting rid of your scraps. I've done a good job of that. So that could go, yeah, I quite like that. We'll have a splash of colour. A splash of colour there. Then, we've still got a couple, well, that's not very good gluing, is it? Right, and I think we might have this little piece of medieval mirage somewhere. I need to put that there because I have to cover up those barcode things, whatever they are. Put that there, but we need to have something going across there as well, just so it's sort of all attached, if you know what I mean. So let me just see here. I had some script, some little bits of script. This might be good. Put that there. Yep. So I don't want to make a mess of it. Although it is my book, I'm not selling it or anything like that. Okay, that will go there. Postage stamp. I also need a postage stamp. I've got some postage stamps in my thing here. So I've got a few, I think I've got my bird ones here. Well, that would be the animal part of it too, wouldn't it? Kind of want one that looks not very big, that one. Oh, those colours are good. So I like that. And of course it says, you know, thread or textile. I might add 2 bits. You never know. You never know. Oh wait, what about a piece of this? This could be good under there. Yeah. I'll get some glue on there. Oh, the bells are going and the dogs are howling. It's all happening. Okay, and then I am going to decide on the stamp and glue that down as well. So I've done my stamp. I've done my thing from the recycle bin. Okay. And I do think I am going to attach that there. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And I'm going to use my, just going to use my PVA glue for that, because I can't sew it obviously because it's in a book. Okay, just put that back in there upside down because it's getting low, and that's going to glue there. And I think the nice blue Florentine paper sort of picks up the sort of grey blue colour of Jessie's paper there, so I haven't had to cover it up. There we go. So that will dry while I'm fluffing about with everything else. So the next thing we've got going on here is the boat. I think I would like to put the boat. I don't want to cover up that, but I could grab one of my letters here. This is like an accounts, and I could tear that down and collage that, even though the boat will cover most of it up. I'm going to collage that there. I'm going very crooked here. Probably not big enough. Put that there. Oh yeah, I don't mind that. Don't want to come up too high because I'll close my pocket a little bit. That's better. So that will go there. Let's just stick that down. It's not easy doing this. So let me know in the comment box below if you would enjoy it if I had a time limit. I like to make things difficult for myself, don't I? And that will go there, totally covering up the page. I feel like I need to tear that out. I feel like I don't want it with all those straight edges. Yes, that's going to be better. Maybe we could put him there. He's the captain. He's the captain of the ship. Don't know. Still got to get our fabric on though. Put that there. Put the captain there. And this is his family, and they can go in there. I think I'll glue that down. I think this is just the most bizarre thing that I'm doing here. It really is bizarre. Totally wacko. Okay. I need to make that into a journaling card. Maybe I don't know if I want him or not. Let's just have a look at our... We haven't got our textile on there yet. I think I just like that. Where did that letter go? The other letter. No, I don't want to cover it up totally. Could put that there. I'm too scared to slide anything in there because it's still drying. That will slide in there, I think. Just trim it down a tiny bit. Yeah, it will. I'm going to put some paper on the back. Put some tea-dyed paper on the back. How about that? And I'll just, I've moved everything out of the way. You wouldn't know because I'm totally crowded at the moment. And then I'm just going to trim this. Just put a tiny bit of this paper on there just to tie it all in together. Put that there. So that will slide in there. And I'm wondering, do I want to put the bit of textile on here? Trim it down a little bit. Maybe put it there. Oh, I like it there. Yes, I think I'll put it there. And then I'm going to stitch around it, but I'll let it dry first before I do that. So that will slide in there. I'll let that dry. That will go in there. I need something here, I think. Just a little bit of something. So I'm not using that. Don't want any lace. That will go in there. Then we'll check the prompts to make sure I've done everything that I should. I could have some paper like that going up there. Oh, what about that bird? I want to fussy cut that bird out first. I've got any here. Any little scissors here? I might have taken them in the other room by... Oh, here they are. Really is a stretch doing this for me. Really, really tough challenge. Yes, I think I'll use this as a collage-y sort of thing, this book, just for a bit of fun, to do something different. Okay. Let's see that. Oh, I think I don't mind it there. Might be too much. Oh, I'll attach that there. That's it. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. I'll put that in with washi tape because I want to be able to flip it up and see the pretty other side that Carol did when she did the coffee dyeing. So that's going to go there. Just make sure the wing doesn't block the entry to my envelope. That's going to be a flip. Oh, pick up, drop some stuff. Okay, and just let me grab some washi. Which washi would we have? Oh, I had one with the... I don't know that the colour's right though. Let's have a look. No, it's too wide. I probably need sticky tape. Of course, I've taken my sticky tape in the other room. What about this green one? Because I don't want to cover it. Well, I can probably... This might be a little bit transparent, this one. Sorry, I'm just going off screen to attach it. Oh yes, I can still read that. And I'm just going to put it about there. A little bit bizarre, isn't it? I didn't bother putting anything on there. So I could write there if I want to. There we go. So that's my page. And then that, let's finish that off. I'll stitch around it. And then we'll get it in the pocket. I did a big stitch, so that went really fast. Just trim that off. Okay, so that's going to go there, and that should... The problem with this is it's Jessie's got that piece of paper there. Just a minute. Let's see if I can get this in there. There we go. Oh, but I can't get it in like that. There we go. And there they are in the pocket. There we go. So we've got something that represents time, them and the letter. Something that blows in the wind, the boat. Threads and a piece of fabric there. An animal, birdie, and something out of the recycle bin is, oh well, the recycled paper and also the recycled envelope and a postage stamp. So that is my first spread from Margarete, inspired by Margarete Miller's challenge, and it's 5 things plus a bonus. So thank you for watching, and I will do another one next week. Bye.